Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
We begin with breaking news. Fargo Public Schools are announcing that they will begin the school year in a hybrid model. School officials say the decision was made based off these guidelines: ensure the safety and well-being of all students and employees, promote equity and accessibility to learning for all students, provide instructional delivery systems to meet the needs of all students, and foster positive relationships and interactions. For more on this story, just head to our VNL News app. Well, the search continues for a 24-year-old Moorhead man believed to have drowned in a Minnesota lake over the weekend. It happened just after 4 o'clock Saturday evening after officials say the man's kayak capsized on Detroit Lake and the 24-year-old never came up. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley is on the scene now. She joins us live with what's making this recovery so difficult. Bailey?
Yeah, Brian, I recently just spoke with Becker County Sheriff Todd Glander, and he says first responders were never given an exact location of where that 24-year-old Moorhead man went under the water. And so for the past 3 days, they've just been searching this general vicinity here on Detroit Lake. What you're seeing here behind me, I'm just give you a little bit of a better picture. I'm just right across the street from the Lakeside Tavern, and Sheriff Glander says this area of the shoreline and just off of it, that's where searchers will continue their search. But he says there's been quite a few factors that have played against search and rescue teams in the last few hours. Yesterday's stormy weather took search and rescue divers out of the water for some time, and he also says the amount of weeds that are at the bottom of the lake is really posing some problems in this rescue mission as they head into their 72-hour mark. Now, we do not know the name of that man yet, and officials say they will not release it until he is finally recovered. We'll continue to keep you updated here. For now, reporting live in Detroit Lakes, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Hopefully we'll receive an update pretty soon. Thanks again, Bailey. And stay with Valley News Live as we continue to learn more information on this story. Authorities say official charges are now being filed surrounding a Fargo death investigation. 25-year-old Larry Evans Jr. is charged with 1 count of murder and another count of felony terrorizing. And 31-year-old Jonathan Hunt is charged with 1 count of accomplice to murder as well as terrorizing in the death investigation of 18-year-old Cameron Kayla Camacho. It happened Tuesday around midnight when officers were called out to South Fargo. Court documents say the altercation all started over the price of marijuana. Records state that both Hunt and Evans punch and hit Camacho with a baseball bat multiple times. Police say Larry Evans Jr. has not yet been apprehended. Another man is facing criminal charges after the May 30th riot in downtown Fargo. 20-year-old Nikolai Kevin Westrom is facing 6 different charges after court documents say he damaged a dumpster in the middle of First Avenue North, as well as surveillance video showing Westrom throwing rocks at officers. Documents say other video shows Westrom throwing chairs out of J.L. Beers. J.L. Beers reported over $18,000 in damages due to the May 30th riots. A warrant is currently out for Westrom's arrest. Well, it's nice to see some nice weather after the weekend that we had. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good afternoon. Yes, it's looking so much better out there as we are taking a peek out on our sky cam in Devil's Lake at the home of economy. There you can see one little cloud in our view, and that is it. Otherwise, we're looking nice and quiet to start off the afternoon here. And the camera's shaking just a little bit because we've got some wind, especially in that area, which is why I focused in on Devil's Lake. And we're looking at temperatures around the region warming into the 70s this afternoon. Fargo's at 76, Grand Forks is 75 right now. So let's take a look at our wind speeds. They're coming in out of the west. We've got some gusts going into the 20s to about 30 miles per hour. Our highest speed is Roseau at 30 miles per hour there. So a little bit breezy today, but that's the one issue we've got going. Otherwise, it's looking nice and quiet. You can see that on our radar and satellite map here. And taking a look at your forecast, great day to hang out in the backyard, do some grilling or relaxing. And we're looking at temperatures rising to about 80 degrees for a lot of us. And that wind being a little bit breezy, but other than that, nice and quiet and more comfortable out there too. That humidity is down as well. We'll let you know when this might change coming up here in just a few minutes.
Sounds good, Lisa. Thank you very much. A 30-year-old man is dead after a motorcycle crash in Ottertail County. The Sheriff's Department says it happened around 2:45 this morning along County Highway 34 just west of Purim. Authorities say Douglas Hudson of Wapenton, North Dakota, was going down the highway on his motorcycle when he ran off the road. No further information is being given at this time. A Southside Moorhead gas station has a pickup sticking out of it after a man drove into the store, causing serious damage. Police say the call came in around 8 Sunday night to the Casey's in the 1700 block along 30th Avenue South. The injured driver had to be taken to the hospital for unknown injuries. Police say it looks like the man veered off 30th Avenue and smashed into the west side of the building. The crash is still under investigation, and no other information is being released. We have updated numbers on COVID-19 within our region. In Minnesota, their Department of Health is reporting another 625 confirmed cases of COVID-19, along with 3 new deaths linked to the illnesses. In total, 1,660 have been attributed to the disease, while 54,364 are listed as recovered. In North Dakota, 117 cases and another death has been confirmed. The death toll now sits at 113, while the active case count is up to 1,129. The U.S. now has more than 5 million coronavirus cases, 1/4 of all confirmed cases in the world. It took just 17 days to go from 4 to 5 million. 5 states account for more than 40% of all U.S. cases: California, Florida, Texas, New York, and Georgia. Chris Martinez reports from Los Angeles.
North Paulding High School in Georgia is closed today and tomorrow for cleaning after 9 positive coronavirus cases were reported in the first week of school. The outbreak was confirmed after students were seen in a crowded hallway, many not wearing masks.
They kind of just sent us into school and used us as guinea pigs to see what would happen later on.
Large crowds have gathered in South Dakota for the annual Sturgis motorcycle rally. South Dakota has no statewide mask mandate or special rules for indoor gatherings.
I've been here since the beginning of July. People are tired of being at home. You know, this is what this rally started about, is freedom.
In California, a pastor near Los Angeles held indoor services in defiance of state health rules and a court order.
Our congregation's educated. They're making a decision as citizens of this country.
California's public health director abruptly stepped down over the weekend following a glitch in the system that caused a major backlog in reporting coronavirus test results.
Dr. Sonia Angel did not give a reason for her resignation. California has the most coronavirus cases in the nation and the 3rd highest death toll, with more than 10,000 victims. Among them, Sergeant Gilbert Polanco. He's the first San Quentin prison guard to die of COVID-19.
Probably one of the wisest people to ever wear a uniform and to treat people with respect.
His wife and daughter also tested positive, but are recovering. Chris Martinez, CBS News, Los Angeles.
According to California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation data, there has been nearly 2,000 cases among employees across the state and about 8,800 cases among inmates since the pandemic began. 52 inmates have died. United Way of Cass Clay exceeds their goal of collecting 6,000 backpacks by 40. These backpacks will be filled with school supplies to provide kindergarten through 12th grade students in Cass and Clay counties with their necessary materials. Usually there are 2 large distribution events held at the Fargo Dome to have the hundreds of students pick up their new backpacks and school supplies. With the COVID-19 pandemic still in effect, United Way will work closely with school district leaders to provide these supplies through 9 distribution events. These supplies mean more to families than we know. Well, coming up at noon, a former First Lady is speaking out on how she is dealing with mental health during the pandemic. We are seeing pretty warm temperatures for the start of the work week. Weather up next to plan your day.